My boyfriend always washes clothes in the middle of the night. There's always the sound of water dripping from the balcony. I couldn't stand it, so I took a picture and complained. Online, someone replied. Run! Your boyfriend is luring ghosts. After graduating from college, Liam and I rented a small apartment together. He's a good man, embodies all virtues of filial piety. But there's one thing I can't stand. He always washes clothes late at night, then hangs them on the living room balcony without wringing them out properly. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom and get startled by the clothes hanging on the balcony. I've argued with him about it many times. He said it was an old habit. Thinking about his humble rural background and the hardships he endured, my heart softened. But my complaint tonight, and the reply from a netizen named Zenith, made my heart sink a little. Your boyfriend isn't washing clothes. He's luring ghosts, using a special fabric for the spirits of the dead to latch onto, absorbing the essence and flesh of the living to sustain themselves. This is dark magic. Dead souls will possess the bodies of the living and drain their life force. Seeing this, I couldn't help but find it amusing. Netizens nowadays just make things up. I was about to call Liam over to laugh at this, but that account sent me a private message. Have you been feeling chills all over your body lately? Especially around your neck? I was about to reply when another message came. That's because a spirit is crawling on your back, draining your life force. I looked up at Liam, who was hanging clothes on the balcony, and Zenith's words sent a shiver down my spine, as if someone was blowing cold air onto my neck. The living dry clothes during the day. Spirits from the underworld dry them at night. Your boyfriend is competing for a place with a dead person. He's turning you into a sacrifice. I looked at Liam, busy beside. How could such a good family-oriented man want to kill me? Who would believe that? If I'm not mistaken, there should be a red coffin mark on your collarbone. I slowly typed out a few question marks. Indeed, there was a red birthmark on my collarbone, but it wasn't a coffin. It was a couple's tattoo Liam and I got. What nonsense was this Zenith guy spouting? Don't you see it's getting bigger? Doesn't it itch in the middle of the night? My heart clenched, and I quickly opened my phone's front camera. On the screen, I looked pale, no different from a ghost. The tattoo was blood red, completely different from its original form. My tattoo was clearly a lock, and Liam's was a key. But now, this lock indeed seemed much larger. From its initial round shape, it had become elongated, eerily resembling a coffin, and my tattoo did itch in the middle of the night. Liam said it was the tattoo adapting, but it had been over a year, and it still occasionally itched. The itch went deep into my bones, like someone scratching them. I went for a checkup, and the doctor said everything was normal. How could Zenith know this? Using the living as coffins to nourish parasitic dead souls is an affront to heaven. Lately, your blood and chi are unbalanced, and you often feel tired because a ghost is absorbing your vital essence. When the coffin fully forms, you will die. In the middle of the night, Zenith's messages made my scalp tingle, and I couldn't resist clicking on his profile. Every one of his videos was a popular science lesson on gods and spirits. He sold random talismans and things like peachwood swords, all at exorbitant prices, with monthly revenues only in the low figures. Seriously, is this a professional scammer? He's even trying to fool me. The rising fear in my heart instantly subsided. So, this Zenith guy is just a fraud, probably trying to scare me with those misleading words to panic me. I once searched online that tattoos gradually adapt to human skin until they fully integrate. So, the lock shape of my tattoo would change a bit. As for its size, I hadn't measured it precisely, only estimated it by eye. Just now, I panicked and thought the tattoo was growing. But now that I'm calm, I see it's still the same. Regarding the midnight itching, I'm already prone to allergies, and tattoos involve the abrasion of cells on pigments to color the skin. I have sensitive skin, so itching is normal. Plus, the weather is changing, my body is a bit weak, and I've been staying up late working recently, not getting enough rest. My face and skin have become paler and sallow, which further clarifies things. Having sorted out the core of the problem, I felt more confident. I almost fell for this online scammer. I furiously typed scam on my keyboard. Just as I was about to send it, another message from Zenith arrived. Before I could even refuse, he logged off. Tomorrow at noon, take an item of clothing, sprinkle some pomelo leaf water on it, and air it out for an hour. See if it smells like a corpse. A lump formed in my throat, stuck between going up and down. I couldn't let anyone defame Liam like this. Tomorrow, I'll air the clothes and slap Zenith right in the face. I took the afternoon off and bought a few pomelo branches. I found the clothes Liam had washed last night. The fabric was unusually soft, shiny, and slightly sticky, feeling like human skin. I shivered as I sprinkled the pomelo water onto the clothes and hung them on the balcony. Just as I was happily eating my takeout, an indescribably foul stench assaulted me. It was a putrid smell, like rotten fish and fermented seafood, whose meat has gone bad. I clamped my nose shut, feeling nauseous. Suddenly, an idea struck me, and I rushed to the balcony. The clothes had become old and discolored, like unearthed ancient artifacts after being buried for thousands of years. White smoke billowed, and flies buzzed around them. What is that stench? Which neighbor has a dead rat they haven't cleaned up? Management, meddle with this now. My phone buzzed with messages from the apartment owners group. I quickly found Zenith, snapped a picture, and waited for his reply. Damn, your boyfriend really knows how to play. These clothes are made from cicada shells. Quick, throw them into the pomelo water. Even through the screen, I can't stand the smell. Thinking about his words last night that Liam wanted me dead, I made a crying face. Even typing felt exhausting. Master, help me, Zenith replied. If you want to live, run. Looking at how rotten the clothes are, that spirit must have latched on a long time ago. Oh, throw away all the clothes your boyfriend prepared for you. Don't take anything he gave you. My hands and feet trembled as I frantically gathered the smelly clothes from the balcony, then collected all the clothes I had bought myself. Fortunately, Liam was at work today, and my tense heart finally relaxed a little. Just as I was about to grab my suitcase and flee, the door opened from the outside. Liam stood there, panting, as if he had just run all the way home, beads of sweat on his forehead. His eyes were fierce, his tone not at all friendly. He grabbed my hand, which was pulling the suitcase, and said, "Kira, where are you going?" Oh no, I forgot he was also in the apartment owner's group chat. "Zenith, hurry and save me." The foul smell in the room still lingered in my nostrils. I was both shocked and terrified. We live far from the company. We can't go home during work hours. So why was Liam back in the middle of the day? Was he afraid I'd run away? I suppressed the unease in my heart, forcing a smile. "Why are you back?" The company had an urgent business trip, so I took the opportunity. As I spoke, I watched Liam. His fierce gaze softened, and the grip on my hand also eased considerably. "Remember to come home quickly." He looked at me, a strange smile on his face that made the goosebumps on my body stand on end. I hurried out of the residential complex and contacted Zenith. "Master, I'm out. What do I do now? What about the coffin tattoo, Master?" "I don't want to die, Master," Zenith quickly replied. "I haven't even bought a bus ticket yet." "Calm down first. Listen, I've contacted my friends and prepared some incense, exorcism banners, paper money, and paper effigies to help you through this ordeal. Remember to keep them with you, especially the paper effigy. It will save your life in an emergency and help you escape this calamity. Mix the paper money with water and apply it to the coffin tattoo to suppress the evil spirit and prevent the situation from worsening. Hang the exorcism banner on yourself to mask your aura, preventing the spirit from finding you and claiming your life. Stick the talismans I gave you on the doors and windows. And tonight, no matter who knocks, do not open the door. Just pull the blanket over your head and sleep until morning. No matter how anyone tries to call you, do not reply. Remember, before I arrive, you must pacify your boyfriend. Whatever he says or does, don't believe him. One more thing. Under no circumstances, let him catch you and take you home. If you want to leave, you must follow these instructions." I replied repeatedly, then quickly found a hotel after grabbing my belongings. At night, I looked at the red coffin tattoo on my collarbone, like a blood-filled mouth swallowing me whole. I shook my head to clear my thoughts, dipped a tissue into water mixed with paper money, and wiped the tattoo. The moment the water touched my skin, I felt a sharp pain, as if thousands of ants were gnawing at my bones and drinking my blood. But when I looked at the tattoo, my skin was still intact, without any wounds. What was going on? In pain, I writhed on the floor, took out my phone, and sent a message to Zenith. Just then, Liam called. I collected myself, took a deep breath, and answered. "Kira, where are you?" "Come back quickly. Someone wants to kill you." Liam's voice was hurried and urgent, as if something was chasing him. What kind of international joke was this? Wasn't he the one who wanted to take my life? Was he trying to trick me into coming back so he could kill me? "What's wrong, Liam? Did you have a nightmare?" I calmly replied. "Kira, you probably won't believe what I'm about to tell you, but please trust me. I am a descendant of a Daoist sect. I bought you a piece, Jade, but it just shattered. I lit 3 incense sticks to consult with our ancestors. 2 short, 1 long. You must have heard that saying. Humans fear 3 long, 2 short. Incense avoids 2 short, 1 long. 2 short, 1 long means great misfortune. Kira, where are you? Tell me quickly. His last sentence was almost a shout. In the 3 years we'd been together, I had never heard Liam speak to me in such a tone, which made me both worried and scared. The man I loved seemed to have returned. Tears welled up in my eyes. Just as I was about to tell him about my encounter with Zenith, my phone suddenly vibrated with a normal notification. Too much evil energy has infiltrated your body. The water with paper ash is conflicting with the foul energy within you. Why would a normal person feel pain when wiping water on their skin? Think for yourself. Remember, don't believe your boyfriend's deceptive words. My phone chimed repeatedly. Zenith's messages kept coming, and I read them all. My restless heart began to calm down. I loved Liam, but he wanted to take my life. Kira, can you just be rational? I suppressed the pain and continued talking to Liam. You know I don't believe in these things. What's wrong with you today? You keep talking about this. If you say any more, I'll really get angry. My tone became serious, but inwardly I was terrified Liam would realize something was wrong. Kira, listen to me. The seal is broken. Someone has shattered the isolation talisman seal I placed on you. That's the tattoo I got for you. I used consecrated cinnabar, an ultimate yang object, to keep you safe. But the seal is broken. Kira, you have a special constitution. Evil entities can easily find you. Kira, no matter what you say, don't let others deceive you. I'm truly worried about you. I don't know how long that person has been targeting you. This concerns your safety. Please, don't hide anything from me. Liam's words grew increasingly urgent, and towards the end, he seemed almost angry. Coffin tattoo. Did Liam mean it was a protective talisman he made for me? But now it's broken. I thought of the intense pain from my collarbone after wiping it with the paper money water earlier. Cold sweat beaded on my forehead. According to Liam, Zenith was the bad guy. So, did Zenith want my life? But why would Liam give me clothes made from cicada shells and wash them in the middle of the night? And according to Zenith's instructions, clothes exposed to sunlight really were problematic. Between the two of them, whose words should I believe? More and more questions popped into my head. I wished I could ask them all. I swallowed the words rising in my throat, forcing a slight smile, wished Liam good night, and hung up. Ridiculous. I'm not stupid. Compared to Zenith, Liam's reaction was overly dramatic. He must have a guilty conscience. Following Zenith's instructions over the phone, I stuck talismans on the doors and windows, even two on myself, just in case. I put on the exorcism banner, glanced at the paper effigy at the head of the bed. Its two blood-red eyes looked terrifyingly lifelike. I was just about to shove the paper effigy into my bag when a continuous knocking came from outside. Who would be knocking in the middle of the night? How strange. Room service, madam. Your order has arrived. Holding the paper effigy Zenith gave me, I went to open the door. The person delivering the food was an elderly woman. Seeing how I was dressed, she exclaimed, "Little girl, who gave you that soul-summoning banner? This is an extremely ominous item used to lure ghosts. Humans have their path, and ghosts have theirs. This soul-summoning banner is a beacon for wandering spirits and wild ghosts. Many people die unexpectedly, their bodies unclaimed, unable to rest in peace. So their souls become malevolent spirits, wandering the human world. This banner will draw them all to one place. Holding it during the day won't do anything, but once night falls, you'll lose your life. Madame Choi looked at my attire, shaking her head and muttering, A soul-summoning banner. Isn't this an exorcism banner? My head spun. Then had Zenith tricked me again? Madame Choi looked me up and down, her eyes widening in alarm when she saw the paper effigy in my hand. A paper effigy? With painted eyes? That's extremely ominous, child. Do you not value your life? A paper effigy with painted eyes brings it to life. It's a favorite vessel for evil spirits. Madame Choi watched me, dazed, as the paper effigy in my hand suddenly felt hot. So, according to her, Zenith wanted my life. What was his motive? I looked at Madame Choi, her simple clothes and weathered face making her seem trustworthy. But what if she was lying? Before I could reply, she took out a jade Buddha charm, pressed it into my hand, and murmured to herself, "This jade Buddha can ward off evil and avert danger. I hope it helps you." I looked at her, half believing, half doubting, not intending to accept it. We weren't close. Why would she help me? Shouldn't normal people steer clear of such matters? Madame Choi sighed. "Child, my hometown is in the northeast. You must have heard of shamanism there, right? Were you born in an hour, month, and year of ultimate yin?" She glanced at me, then sighed again. "An ultimate yin body is the best vessel for evil spirits. It was originally sealed, but the seal has been broken." She again glanced at the red coffin on my collarbone and continued, "The seal is broken and yin energy is leaking out. Evil spirits from 100 miles away will smell it and come. Both things you're carrying are extremely ominous items. Someone wants to use you as a vessel for evil spirits to cultivate dark magic. Child, tonight will be very dangerous. You must wear the jade Buddha I gave you." With that, Madame Choi set down the meal, gave me a meaningful look, and closed the door. Touching the jade pendant in my hand, I saw the gentle face of the Bodhisattva hidden within. My mind was a mess. Madame Choi, Liam, Zenith, among these three, who was truly good? According to Madame Choi, Zenith wanted to kill me, using the paper effigy and soul-summoning banner, and even luring me out of the house. Could it be that the paper money water Zenith told me to wipe on was meant to destroy the protective talisman Liam had placed on me, allowing evil spirits to possess my body? Maybe Liam just wanted to protect me. But why didn't he say anything? Why didn't he tell me the tattoo was a talisman made from cinnabar? What exactly did they want from me? I couldn't understand no matter how much I thought about it, but I wanted to live, so I quickly made a decision. I put on the jade Buddha Madame Choi gave me, wore the exorcism banner, and threw away the paper effigy. After dinner, I quickly went to bed. The surroundings were perfectly silent. I clutched the jade Buddha tightly, my mind wide awake. The ceiling was pitch black, without a single sound or movement. Minutes ticked by. No, could it be that nothing else was going to happen? Just as I relaxed, I suddenly felt as if the air conditioner's cold wind was blowing directly on my face. and goosebumps covered my arms. Someone was in the room, but how could they emit such cold air? Were these beings not human then? Could Madame Choi's words be true? Zenith wanted my life, viewing me as a vessel for evil spirits. Was the exorcism banner useless? Had the ghost still found me, or was it a soul-summoning banner after all? So now, my room must be filled with many evil spirits waiting to devour my flesh and drink my blood. But why wasn't the jade? But Madame Choi gave me working either. Was I going to die here tonight? My body felt heavy. My eyelids were pressed down, unable to open. I knew I was being ghost-pressed, and I wanted to cry. I hated myself for trusting Zenith and Madame Choi instead of my boyfriend. Liam, where are you? Can you come and save me? Slimy tentacles licked all over my face. My limbs were tightly pressed by a ghost. I struggled to open my eyes. A ghostly face with only half a head, eyes rolled back, and a bloody tongue dangling at its chest was right in front of me. Help! Yes, I don't want to die, Kira. Liam's voice suddenly rang out. He used a sword to slash the evil ghost in front of me. I was so overwhelmed that tears streamed down my face. After a struggle, the evil spirits were vanquished. Some were dead, some had escaped. Liam embraced me, and I, terrified, told him everything that had happened. Liam glanced at the exorcism banner and the paper effigy Zenith had prepared for me, then smashed the jade Buddha Madame Choi had given me. He said Zenith was a dark cultivator, intending to use my flesh and blood to house 100 demons and forge them into a puppet. What Zenith gave me wasn't an exorcism banner, but the soul-summoning banner. Just as Madame Choi said, its purpose was to lure evil spirits. Furthermore, painting eyes on a paper effigy was strictly taboo. He explained that my constitution was ultimate yin, making me susceptible to contamination by unclean things. And because he felt someone was targeting me, he placed an isolation charm on me. But I used the paper money water to wipe it off, thus breaking the seal. If the isolation charm had still been intact, even with the soul-summoning banner and paper effigy, they wouldn't have been able to detect me. Liam said it was fortunate he arrived in time, otherwise I would have truly lost my life. As for the jade Buddha, it offered no protection. Like the paper effigy, it was used to lure ghosts. The jade Buddhas we normally see are carved on the front, with the Buddha clearly visible on the jade surface. That type of jade pendant is meant for peace. But the pendant Madame Choi gave me had the wine side of the Buddha carved into it, hidden within the jade. Its effect was completely opposite to the front carved pendant. It was an extremely evil icon. Cold sweat drenched me as I listened. Oh, why did everyone, one after another, want to kill me? Thankfully, Liam was here. He truly scared me half to death. Afterward, I voiced my suspicions. Ellie, why did Liam always wash clothes in the middle of the night? Why did he give me clothes made from cicada shells? Liam just chuckled and said, precisely because of your special constitution, you need to wear clothes made from cicada shells, which are extremely yang, to suppress the yin energy within you. As for washing clothes in the middle of the night, it's entirely because these golden cicada clothes are very delicate and can only be hand-washed. Moreover, clothes made from golden cicada fabric cannot be dried for too long under the sun, especially when soaked with pomelo leaf water. It contains acid, which would cause great damage to the clothes. Is that so? I listened to Liam's explanation, finding it a bit strange, but couldn't pinpoint any issues. Kira, come home with me. I'll strengthen the charm for you. Liam said unexpectedly. I suddenly remembered Zenith's repeated emphasis. Absolutely, under no circumstances. Go home. I shivered again and saw a look of urgent expectation in Liam's eyes. But why should I care about some Zenith who wanted my life? Of course, I had to listen to my boyfriend. With that, I grabbed my luggage and returned home with Liam that very night. The next day was Liam and my 3rd anniversary. Early in the morning, Liam went out to buy things. Just then, my phone vibrated. It was a private message from a stranger. You blocked me? I'm at the hotel. Why aren't you here? There's a strong ghostly aura here. What happened last night? I glanced at my phone. This dark cultivator Zenith must have changed his ID to contact me. I scoffed. Do you really take me for a fool? You want my life, and I should still get close to you. Not going home, just waiting for you to trick me again. Get lost, get lost, get lost. Listen to me. This situation is a bit tricky now. Your boyfriend might be a flying yaksha. You've heard of Jiangshi, right? Flying yakshas are one type. They aren't afraid of the sun, are extremely intelligent, skilled at disguise, bloodthirsty, and utterly detest the sound of children crying. I just discovered many headless ghosts in the room. I asked a child ghost, and it said a flying yaksha was here last night. After the flying yaksha defeated the evil spirits, its power greatly increased, and it needs to be refined and assimilated. I'm afraid his next target will be you. Human flesh is an excellent tonic for a flying yaksha. Your boyfriend has a problem. I was truly amused. Was this the tricky situation Zenith was talking about? He probably thinks the police won't take on these weird spiritual cases. So, he's just spouting nonsense, right? Your boyfriend might want to eat you. Zenith's final message was sent, and my competitive streak flared up. I couldn't stand a scammer bad-mouthing my boyfriend. Master, perhaps you should go back and train for a few more years. A flying yaksha. I'm a drought demon, a legendary monster that causes droughts. My boyfriend is so good to me. We're even preparing for our anniversary. He even cooks for me himself. Where can you find a man who cares for his family like that these days? I felt like I was going crazy. I furiously typed a barrage of insults on my phone, which means your boyfriend isn't by your side right now. A flying yaksha needs a sufficiently quiet place to digest the nourishment from last night's spirits. Zenith's cold, sinister words stunned me for a moment. Liam had gone out early this morning, perhaps even earlier. Last night, out of fear, I had gone to bed early. When I woke up, I saw the note Liam left for me. So I didn't know when he had left the house. Could he really be digesting those evil spirits from last night? Run! If you don't run now, even gods won't save you. This time, I was truly confused. All right, I'll run. If I don't, and I lose my life, then I'm finished. No sooner said than done. I jumped out of bed, fumbling for my slippers, and ran out. I ran until I was drenched in sweat, but I couldn't get downstairs. That couldn't be right. Even though there was no elevator on the third floor, it usually only took a few minutes to walk down. A sudden chill ran down my spine. When I looked up, the sign still displayed floor 3. Kira, what are you doing here? I turned around. Liam was standing in the shadows, his eyes dark and menacing, staring at me. Oh, Liam, you're back. I was just taking a walk. I quickly grabbed Liam's hand. The strong metallic smell of blood rushed into my nostrils, making me nauseous. I bought some raw beef, Kira. It's your favorite. Liam held out his hand, not asking why I was drenched in sweat, wearing slippers and wandering around. But I knew, with his strength, I definitely couldn't escape this place. Liam finished cooking, but didn't eat himself. He just stared at me, constantly serving me food, urging me to eat more. I was afraid he would swallow me whole in the next second. Liam kept piling food onto my plate, the rice bowl stacked high like a mountain. Liam, I'm full, I whispered, but he flew into a rage. Eat it all. As if sensing his attitude was wrong, he gently coaxed me to eat more. Then he went to take a shower. Master, my boyfriend has a problem. Save me. I quickly asked Zenith for help, telling him I couldn't leave the third floor. Zenith immediately understood. Your boyfriend must have used an illusion spell. As for why he's not eating, he's waiting to eat you. I was so scared I dropped my chopsticks to the floor and quickly asked, what should I do? Help. Zenith immediately replied, you need to find a hiding spot first. I've roughly calculated your location, and I'm on my way. Remember to put some glutinous rice in your pocket. Jiangshi fear it the most. I rushed into the kitchen, rummaging through the cupboards. Millet, black rice, sorghum, purple rice. Only glutinous rice was nowhere to be found. Liam had prepared everything early, not giving me a chance to resist. Kira, where are you? You haven't finished eating yet. Liam called my name tenderly, affectionately. Anxiously, I crawled under the kitchen cabinet. Hey! Liam called my name many times, giving me goosebumps. I found the eye of the formation, but breaking it will take time. Hold on a little longer. Zenith sent me a new message, but could I really hold on? I heard Liam opening every room door, along with the sound of things being smashed. Kira, come out now. Kira, I'll be angry. He was in the kitchen now. I peered through the crack in the door and saw a furry monster walking towards me, its mouth full of fangs and its nails long and sharp. He was wearing Liam's clothes, tenderly calling my name. As he walked, he put something into his mouth, a hand. I recognized that hand as Madame Choi's, who had given me the jade Buddha last night. Why was he eating Madame Choi? What was Madame Choi's relationship with Liam? My mind raced continuously, and the strong smell of blood overwhelmed me. I choked back a dry retch. Thinking of Liam approaching, I immediately held my breath. Kira, why are you running? Can't you just let me eat you? I heard Liam mumble, each of his steps leaving a trail of foul-smelling water. I never imagined the man I shared my bed with could be such a monster. I closed my eyes in terror. At this moment, it became quiet outside. Had Liam left? I slowly poked my head out. Kira, I finally found you. The monster lay in a strange posture on the kitchen counter. Its head rotated 360 degrees. Its breath hot on my neck. I was scared to death. Zenith, are you here yet? I'm going to die. Liam lunged, his hands gripping the edge of the counter, mouth open, trying to bite me. I took a handful of glutinous rice from my pocket and threw it directly at his head. Ah, Liam screamed. I watched as plumes of black smoke rose from Liam's face. His dark, festering skin quickly rotted, even starting to bubble, utterly disgusting. I ran out in despair, silently chanting Namitaba in my heart. Fortunately, there used to be rats in the house occasionally, and Liam would kill them on sight. Thinking that all living things have spirits, to prevent them from eating the food in the house, I had placed a bowl of glutinous rice in the cabinet without telling Liam, replenishing it sometime. Those rats also had spiritual energy. After eating the glutinous rice, they no longer touched other things in the house. I never expected this bowl of glutinous rice to buy me a moment to catch my breath and save my life. I ran for my life, calling Zenith. His voice came through the earpiece. Look for sacrificial items in your house. A flying yaksha's physical strength is immense, but its magical power is limited. If it wants to use illusion spells, it must rely on other items for spiritual connection. A flying yaksha's formation is very complex. You must destroy the offering from within before I can enter and save you. Zenith spoke quickly. I didn't stop running, trying to recall spiritual connection items, offerings. He got it. I dashed to the balcony. The place Liam spent the most time in the house was the balcony. In the evenings, he would hand-wash clothes there, and after washing, he'd stand on the balcony for a long time before coming back inside. I had asked him why, and he said he was bathing in moonlight. Now, looking back, he truly was bathing in moonlight. Jiangshi absorbed the essence of the sun and moon to nourish their bodies. Sunbathing wasn't enough for him. I quickly ran to the balcony, closed and locked the door, and moved many tall cabinets and miscellaneous items on the balcony to block it. Master, I'm on the balcony. Can I just jump down? I originally had no intention of destroying the formation. My arms and legs might break, but I surely wouldn't die. Compared to being eaten alive by a flying yaksha, I'd rather choose falling. What are you thinking? Do you think a flying yaksha wouldn't anticipate that? Do you believe that if you jump down, you'll open your eyes and find yourself back at the starting point? Zenith's words extinguished my rekindled hope. What to do? Jumping down was useless, so the only option was to find the offering. What exactly was in the offering? From outside the door, Liam began to call me. Kira, open the door quickly. Don't you love me the most? Kira, open the door quickly so I can eat you. We'll be together forever, Liam said, simultaneously breaking down the door. Even though the door was made of tempered glass, he could still shatter it with ease. The door was violently smashed, and the balcony floor began to shake. I anxiously pulled at my hair. I desperately searched all over the balcony, searching and searching, but found nothing. Crash! The glass shattered completely, two dark, wrinkled hands gripping the glass door frame. He found it. On the balcony wall was a hidden compartment. I had been blindly searching for a mechanism, constantly looking for places with a bloody smell and uneven coloring. I even brought my nose close to carefully sniff. The mechanism opened to reveal a heart. I had indeed guessed correctly. A heart was the best tonic for evil spirits. When Liam made a deal with evil spirits, he would certainly offer the most delicious sacrifice. Seeing the heart in my hand, Liam's eyes widened. "Kira, you're being naughty. Put it down." Liam coaxed me, approaching me step by step. "Stay right there, Liam, or else I don't know what I'll do." I clutched the heart tightly in my left hand, my right hand holding a kitchen knife to my own neck. Sure enough, Liam began to panic. Zenith had just told me that flying yakshas like to eat the living, relishing the fear of those about to die, as this maximizes the ingredient's effectiveness. So, Liam was afraid of me dying. With tears streaming down my face, I said, "Liam, do you really love me? Why do you want to kill me?" Liam calmly replied, "Kira, I love you very much, but I never thought you'd have an ultimate yin constitution, which is incredibly beneficial for my cultivation. Kira, don't you like me? I can live for hundreds, thousands of years. If I eat you, we can be together for eternity." I felt devastated. In the end, Liam still wanted to eat me. What should I do? While I was still flustered, Liam saw his chance and lunged at me. Just then, Zenith's voice came through the earpiece. I quickly held back my tears, dodged Liam, and raised the kitchen knife in my right hand. Splitting the heart in two, a figure wearing a black Daoist robe descended from the sky. "Master, help me!" I dropped everything in my hands and hid behind Zenith. "Audacious demon, cultivation is not easy. Why kill people?" Zenith posed, ready to strike Liam. "So you are a descendant of the Daoist sect. Mind your own business. You and I, our paths do not cross. Otherwise I'll eat even you." The two immediately clashed, exchanging fierce blows. I watched them fight on the balcony, letting out a sigh of relief. "My little life is saved." "Master, quickly capture this demon. He wants to eat people." I frantically complained to Zenith, hoping he could defeat Liam. But just as I was about to run, Liam grabbed Zenith and flew back to me. I cried tears of despair. Zenith had lost. Liam held Zenith's Daoist robe with one hand, muttering to himself, "Brat, you yourself ruined my good deed, so don't blame me for eating you." This young Daoist descendant. Liam was still rambling, and Zenith pointed to his baggy sleeve. I saw a pitch-black beech wood sword, and Zenith desperately winked. I seized the opportune moment, quickly rushed forward, pulled out the peachwood sword, and fiercely stabbed it into Liam's eye. I never thought a nominally fragile peachwood sword would pierce Liam's head like a sharp blade. Blood splattered everywhere. Zenith took the chance to break free, snatched the sword from my hand, repeatedly slashed it, then took out a large quantity of talismans. Throwing them at Liam as if they were worthless, I dashed away. I dashed away. A moment later, Zenith caught up with me. His hair was disheveled. He seemed to have lost a lot of strength. Master, what about Liam? Don't worry, I've subdued him. I was wondering why this flying yaksha was so powerful. It turns out he conspired with dark cultivators. Zenith explained that Madame Koi was a dark cultivator. She had just been defeated by Liam because Liam used dark artifacts that dark cultivators couldn't contend with. Perhaps she hadn't negotiated beforehand. Madame Koi had made the first move. Even wanting the treasures Zenith had prepared for me. I carefully recalled that after checking into the hotel that day, I had left my suitcase at the reception. Madame Koi must have made her move then. As for the Jade Buddha, since Zenith hadn't prepared that item for me, Madame Choi had taken a detour to give it to me. I then asked him why did Liam use a seal to protect me? And what about my coffin mark? Zenith burst out laughing, unable to stand straight. He said that at the time, he thought Liam was using me to revive the Jiangshi, and had even given me the cicada shell clothes that spirits love most. And the coffin seal was actually just to prevent other Jiangshi or evil entities from detecting me. Flying yakshas like to imprison their prey for a period, rebirth them, and then feast on their flesh and blood. I was terrified after hearing this. Luckily, Zenith was there. As for the coffin mark, he gave me a large bag of powder of unknown origin, instructing me to drink it regularly every morning and evening, and to wipe the tattoo with water mixed with paper money. Zenith returned to his sect to report the situation. He said, "If you need anything in the future, you can contact me. I'll give you a discount, and I can also give you a proper protective talisman." Afterward, I sold my house in Jiangcheng and returned to my hometown. That day, as I walked up the steps of Zenith's Daoist temple, I saw someone who looked like Madame Choi walk past me. I rubbed my eyes and looked again, but the person had vanished. I must have been seeing things. Oh, no,